When a mass producer of plastic calls their bottles recyclable, what do they actually mean? When governments promise circular economy solutions, are we getting circles or just more clever marketing? Today we're unpacking the language of plastic waste and why the words we choose might be making the crisis worse. I'm Sophia, and this is Cognio News. Researchers at the University of Manchester have identified a critical problem. The language around plastic solutions is systematically misleading. Take recyclable. Technically true, but what's the actual recycling rate? For plastic bottles in the UK, barely 45%. Most recyclable plastic still ends up in landfill or incineration. Then there's biodegradable. Sounds green, right? But in standard landfill conditions, it can take decades to break down. Sometimes longer than regular plastic. Chemical recycling, which often means incineration. Sustainable packaging, sustainable for whom? The company's bottom line. Each of these terms sounds like a solution, but they are actually displacement tactics. They let us feel good while the fundamental system stays broken. Here's what's missing from this story: perspective and history. The plastic explosion started post-World War II. In 1950, global plastic production was 2 million tons. By 2020, 370 million tons. A 185-fold increase in 70 years. But whose voices shaped that trajectory? Corporate chemists, marketing departments, Western governments. Meanwhile, the community is most affected by plastic pollution, often marginalized, often in the global south, had no say in the language we use to describe solutions. Indigenous communities have waste management practices going back millennia. Reduction first. Reuse everything. True circularity, not the corporate version. But those voices are systematically excluded from policy discussions. Instead, we get terms designed to maintain the status quo while sounding progressive. So what would honest language look like? Instead of recyclable, actually recycled rate, 23%. Instead of biodegradable, degrades in industrial conditions within 6 months. Instead of circular economy, producer responsibility for entire product life cycle. The Manchester research suggests 4 pathways. First, terminology reform, making language match reality. Second, extended producer responsibility. If you make it, you own the waste. Third, genuine circular design, not marketing circularity, but regenerative systems. Fourth, community-led waste management, centering the voices that have been excluded. Because here's the thing, language shapes policy. Policy shapes investment. Investment shapes our future. The next time you see sustainable, or recyclable, or circular, ask, sustainable for whom? Recycled where? Circular how? Demand precision. Because the planet can't afford any more clever marketing. This has been Cognio News. See you tomorrow. Subscribe for more. Because remembering is not optional. Cognio News, the only real news.